Boar from 2017 reminds me of another giant pig movie from Australia, Razorback. Why are there so many killer hogs in Australia? Don't they have enough to worry about? Well, Boar is no babe. This pig is pissed. It opens up with a couple driving down an old desolate road, when this guy almost hits a poor little bunny hopping across the road. He swerves to miss it, and they end up on the side of the road. While sitting there, a bunch of little pigs come running. I say little because a giant one smashes into the car. Now we meet some guys getting gas. Blue and Ken. Ken's daughter, Sasha, owns the pub in town, and this seems to be about the only place people can hang out around here. Next, we meet a family. Bruce, Debbie, Robert, his girlfriend, and her little brother, all traveling to meet with Bernie, Debbie's brother. Bernie is huge. Like a giant of a man, 6'11", and not someone you'd want to mess with.
You don't want to piss him off, he can be a mean bastard.
You got that from the handshake.
Yay, welcome to the family.
All right, that's enough plot for now. Let's get to some more action. This guy's out here looking for his dog, and, well, we know he's not going to find it. He gets attacked by what sounds like a dinosaur. But as we can see, it's just that very large pig. The next day, Blue swings by the bar for some beers and to meet up with Ken out there on the farm. In the distance, they see a campfire and decide to go take a look. But little do they know, these campers aren't having a very good time. As the guys get closer, they look through their scope and actually manage to see the giant boar. They shoot at it, but it doesn't look like it does anything except make it scurry away. As they get closer, they can see the carnage this thing has caused, and the two guys freak out for a little bit.
Oh, Jesus, look at that.
Finally, they come up with a plan. Ken will stay here while Blue heads back to their camp for some more bullets. Oh, yeah, they're out of bullets. What would you rather do? Run back to the truck or stay at the campsite with all the bloody victims? Well, if you said run back to the truck, you would be wrong, because Blue gets attacked. But at least we finally get a good look at this thing. That's a lot of bacon. The two Ken found dead aren't the only campers. There's another couple out there somewhere, and we meet up with them. This guy's telling his girlfriend the story of the Yirmi Yahoo, a little red demon that climbs up into trees and jumps down on you to suck your blood.
Kind of looks a bit like a demon, yeah?
Honestly, I want to see that movie instead. Another thing that stands out here is how disproportionately attractive this couple is. She's smoking, and her boyfriend, or husband, or whatever, well, isn't. He got lucky. Well, as you might guess, the boar attacks, first goring her with its tusk, which is just nasty. Worse yet, she's still alive through all of this. By the time Ken finds these poor souls, it's too late for the guy. But somehow, this poor lady's alive.
You're not okay.
Nah, not really, sweetheart.
Ken tries to help her out, but really, what's he gonna do? Well, he tries to lead the giant swine away from her. He runs around in a giant circle, coming back to check, and, well, she didn't make it. What did you expect? Now, I was really rooting for Ken here, thinking that he was the main character and he can't die. But, well, yeah, he dies. The next day, we're at Sasha's bar. She's a little worried because she hasn't heard from her dad yet, but knowing him, she just assumes he got drunk and wandered around. So no cause for concern just yet. Some kid slaps her butt and gives her a hard time, but then Bernie comes in to lay down the law. My goodness, did I mention you don't want to get on this guy's bad side? After dealing with the kid, Bernie goes in to get some supplies and a picnic for the family.
Hey, if you see Dad out there, can you get him to give me a call?
Before he heads off, Sasha asks him to keep an eye out for her dad. They go to a river, goof around a bit, but eventually Bernie drives off to find Ken. He doesn't make it too far, however, because the boar smashes into his car, flipping it over. Now, that's not going to really hurt Bernie, the Incredible Hulk, but the family did hear the crash. So Bruce and Robert go to take a look. They don't find Bernie, but instead stumble upon a hog. Bruce is mesmerized by such a beast. Robert, however, knows better. They're up a creek, and this thing's gonna kill one of them. So it might as well be Bruce. Robert pushes his future father-in-law into the pig and runs for the high hills. He makes it back to the family and yells for them to run too. Of course, they don't listen, and the boar quickly catches up, taking him out. Bernie finds them, and they run all day, apparently because it's now night. But the beast is still following them, and it attacks, dragging Deb's only son away from her. She's obviously not too happy about this, and once they're safe, she takes it out on her brother. But what did he do?
Why did you let my son die?
After a while, the hog comes a-knocking, and Bernie tries to fight it. Now, yeah, he's a big dude, but have you seen this pig? It's like 3,000 pounds. The girls take this opportunity to run, and you know what? I gotta admit, Bernie can actually hold his own. But still, I'm not too sure he's gonna walk away from this one. The girls continue to walk around, thinking that maybe it's afraid of fire, so they make some torches and hope for the best. Little do they know that all that did was more or less attract the monster to them. It looks like they're goners, but then, out of nowhere, Sasha comes creaming in and hits the boar with her truck. Well, that was good timing. With it incapacitated, Debbie takes aim and fires. It only takes a couple shots, but eventually it looks dead. They get into the truck and drive away, and somehow find Bernie and his nephew walking down the road. Okay, how'd they survive? Well, you want to know what's crazier? The boar's alive too. And that was Boar from 2017. And for what it wasn't too bad. This is a monster movie, a creature feature. It's meant to be entertaining and show some gore. And boy, did they not skimp in that department. It was a bloody mess. I did go in thinking that this would be a little bit more like Piranha 3D, a movie that knows what it is and doesn't take itself too seriously. But honestly, there aren't that many funny moments in Boar. I think they should have thrown in just a little bit more comic relief to lighten up the mood. I like the look of the boar, that's for sure. It would be terrifying to see this thing in real life. Although some of the final CGI shots will kind of leave a bad taste in your mouth, unfortunately. They never let it get too boring either. Get it? Boring? Anytime there's a little too much story going on, they'll cut over to a pig attack, which is nice. So, do I recommend Boar? Is it worth watching? Well, maybe, but I think I'd rather watch Razorback instead. I give Boar 2.5 Bernie the Incredible Hulk's out of 4.
Free drinks if you're black. You white fellas are paying double.